End of story, year 11 was a joke. Hello, welcome back to Study With Additti. This channel is dedicated to revision tips and tricks along with much more to make your schooling life a whole lot easier. Today I have a very special guest named Apple. We're going to be referring to this piece of paper throughout the video, so if we look down, that is why. So, what was year 11 like for you?
To be honest, in general it was kind of like really hard, and most of the time I had to take off days of school because I couldn't physically bear it, well, mentally bear it actually, because the amount of art coursework I had. Literally, like, I spent like 7 hours a week trying to do art coursework, and that was just art. It wasn't like all the other stuff, because we get like 2 homeworks a week, so like 7 to 11 hours just art.
Oh well.
It's quite a lot. So what did you take for GCSE?
I took all the compulsories, and I did triple science. I did RS, religious studies. My school made me take that, like, as a compulsory. I did music, I did French, and I did geography on top of that as well.
So how was your overall experience?
I'd say it depends for each subject, but I think it was mentally demanding, but once you got used to it, it kind of became okay until exam season. That was
you kind of get used to it like around December, but then January hits,
but then it just goes up again.
Yeah. I never really got used to it, to be honest. But I was kind of okay during mocks. After mocks, I was kind of like, oh, this is legit now. So I was kind of like that. So the subjects that I took was art, drama, Spanish, double science, maths, English, of course, and art, Spanish, drama. What else did I take? History. Yeah. You can tell I don't like that subject.
What would you recommend is a good time to start revision? And like notes or flashcards or whatever in general?
I kind of think like notes and stuff you should start in December, just making all the notes, not like actually revising, but making all the notes. And then when it gets to March, you should actually like full on know your stuff. What about you?
If you haven't been doing notes since like the start of year 10 after every lesson, I think the start of September is definitely your chance to make up for it. I personally wouldn't wait until December, because for me I found that it was a lot, especially because I changed my revision method.
So you think that we should start even earlier than February? Okay. Because I feel like you're still learning about the subject, but maybe like the old topics you should write notes about, but then the new topics,
the ones that you've completely covered, so you won't get any more new information on.
And make sure you understand everything, because if you have doubts on that certain topic, don't just leave it. Like, go ask your teacher, even if it's embarrassing, because that was me in history. Kind of regret it now, but you know, go and ask your teacher.
As I said before, about making notes from the start of year 10, I did that with geography, and honestly I think it's been my best subject, so it really does work. So if you haven't been making your notes from the start of year 10, definitely do it in September onwards and just continue with it.
It is worth it at the end, because I ended up doing all the notes in like April, right? So I had to write up everything, and that took so much time where I could have been doing other things. If I spread it out, maybe that would have helped me like get better organisation and stuff.
Also, in April, you still have to cope with all the homework that you're still getting.
Yeah.
Some schools I know didn't get homework, and honestly that is frustrating for us who did get homework. But I mean, obviously it depends on your school, but you still want to be relaxing in April. It's not just academia that you want to be doing.
They're like not only homework, but exams get a lot harder in April because there's so much more content. So
and teachers are trying to finish the course as quickly as they can. Like, I didn't even finish my biology course
because you do triple science.
Hardly
anyone did, I think. Like, literally
it was a lot. Definitely a lot.
So I'm taking biology.
So that's a piece of advice. Definitely for biology, make sure you're on top of all that revision and all that work, because it's hard to finish that course. Apparently any part of the math specification can come up on the exam papers as well, so I'd say really revise maths, and again, don't neglect maths,
Mm.
because it's definitely very important, because there's a lot of marks to be picked up there, like, because it's not just the content of the specification that you have to know.
I also think you need to focus on your compulsory subjects a lot more, because I got distracted by art a lot and I didn't really focus on maths and like physics, for example. So I feel like you need to do that, because you need it for what, going to A level, maybe university too.
You have to remember that maths and English are the most important, no matter what you want to do, because like if you get below a 4, then you're gonna have to resit and do the whole thing again, whereas with the other subjects that's not gonna happen. So do bear that in mind. Also, about past papers, there are also end of unit tests that you probably will have at your school after every unit, and we both think that it's very good to revise for those.
Yeah, because like you might think that, oh, it's just a unit test, it doesn't really matter, and just like postpone your revision later, but you should take it seriously, because at the end, when you actually do your exam, you'd understand all like how the questions are laid out and stuff, and how to get better marks, and you learn that a lot more earlier, so it'll be more easier for you to go into the exam and do well.
And it's just basically having more practice.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if you don't revise, the practice doesn't actually count, because you don't know what to write. You should, like, the practice paper should only be done when you've got the knowledge in the first place.
Yeah. A lot of people think that you should do practice papers before, but I don't really think before you revise. I don't think that's okay. Like, you shouldn't. I don't get the point of that.
I think if you're struggling with time, then maybe, but it shouldn't be your main source of revision, because practice papers can't cover everything.
They only cover certain topics as well.
Yep. In about November time, well, I had mine in November. Other schools had them in late November or December.
Sometimes
even.
January.
Okay, yeah. You'll have mocks and treat them as if they were the real exam. But if you don't end up getting a grade that you would have liked, don't beat yourself up about it, because a lot of people have gone on to get, in the old spec, A stars and A's after getting C's and D's in their mocks. And I definitely think you can improve no matter what grade you got in your mocks.
Because mocks are just a signal of like where you're at the moment, and you can improve so much from November to May. You can improve so much. Because my friend, like, who's in year 13 now, she got I think she got a D, a D, and then she ended up getting an A star in her actual GCSEs, when in her mock she got a D. So
it just proves that if you want a good grade, you can get it in the end.
Yeah.
My dad used to say, after I told him all my percentages that I got in my mocks, that it had been that much that you prepared for it. So, for example, say I got 70% in an English mock, it would be like, he would say I had prepared for English 70%, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
So I still had that 30% left to prepare.
That's interesting.
Until May. But I mean, that's a good way of looking at it if you really don't know.
And also, during mocks, it's just a practice of your actual GCSE, so don't, in a way, you need to think of it as a real thing, but don't let that get to you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
They do it quite early as well. Like, they do it early in year 11, because it signals to the teachers what they need to focus on as well.
Yeah. Also, during mocks, I had like so much friendship drama. Just stay away from that. Just don't get yourself involved. If it involves you, well, that's a different matter, but just talk to a teacher about it and get it solved immediately, because you don't want that to be dragging in your head while you're trying to revise for all these other subjects. Also, think about it. If something happens during your GCSEs, they're going to take your mocks.
Yeah, that is true.
So make sure you revise as much as you can, but we'll pray that's not going to happen. But still,
don't get scared about that.
Yeah.
It's very rare that something will happen, and even if something did happen, you can apply for what's it called, special something. I don't know, but it's very rare. It won't happen, and even if this is like not actual academic advice, I think it's very important to take that with you through year 11 and not get involved in other people's drama as well, because I know that can be quite tempting, but you just need to keep your head down and work.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean don't have a social life or anything. It just means no like gossip or drama, really.
Yeah, not even just in exam season, but like throughout year 11.
Definitely, yeah.
And especially near the end when you get to like the proper GCSE exam season, you're not really, some people you're just never going to see again.
Yeah, exactly.
Until like results day, but you're not really going to see them much, and there's no point, you know, in like getting yourself involved. I also think like GCSEs is just kind of a step towards A-levels. It's just kind of guiding you, like shaping you towards
what you want to be.
And it's kind of like a test before A-levels. I feel like A-levels is the real thing, but like GCSEs, it's not going to matter as much. It matters, but not as much. And like if you think about it, when you're older, like just fast forward 10 years, you're not going to remember GCSEs. Like I forgot like half the course content when GCSEs already. But like it's not going to actually matter. If something happens, there's always another way that you can go around it. It's not like if something bad happens in your GCSE results, it's end over. Like it's not like that.
Like in my 30 Facts About Me video, I said my favourite quote was "everything happens for a reason." And I think that's very applicable here, because if something bad does happen, then you'll have another path to get where you want to be, and I think that's really important to bear in mind.
Yeah, and it's a learning experience. I mean, everything is. Whatever happens, you can always like try and go somewhere else. And for example, you fail maths, you could take a retake. It's going to be hard, but you're going to take a retake. You'll do better then, you know? Yeah. And it might show you something different. You might learn something different out of it, so.
And plus, even if you did have to resit, you'd know how to revise anyway, so it'd be a lot easier.
Yeah, true.
But let's just pray you don't have to resit.
Also, during your GCSEs, take care of your mental health and your physical health. Oh my goodness, I could not stress this more. What was I saying?
Like, it's not worth it.
No, it's not worth stressing yourself over like late art homework or something like I did, but don't stress yourself over that. It's okay if you're late, and like some things happen. It's not going to be smooth the entire time.
Exactly.
If you just can't take it, I recommend you take a break, but not long, because during year 10 I couldn't take some, because the art coursework was just driving me insane. That I had to take days off to finish my art coursework because I was that far behind, because I needed to learn how to balance stuff then. Because like, I was still learning. So that I took so many days off that I had to catch up on all the other work. So it wasn't really that good. It didn't work out in the end. It was just like a spiral thing. I just kept going downhill. So I recommend you take a break if you really need to, but like don't take it for so long. And if you do take a break, make sure you catch up. Yeah, true. Because otherwise you're just gonna go down that hole again. Because you need a break. Like your body actually needs a break. You know, it's okay to sometimes go out, but most of the time just stay in work. You know, but if you really need that break, then do it. I'd say going on walks as well would be quite nice. Just do something you enjoy. To be honest, I didn't really take my relaxation time seriously. I took it way too seriously. To be honest, I was working all the time. My friend actually said to me, "You need to relax," and that actually hit me, and I realised I did. So like from our experiences, I definitely say that that's important. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please hit the like button, and also please do subscribe if you haven't already. If you've already subscribed, hit the bell icon so you can get updates for all my videos and be here early. I will also link Apple's channel in the description below, so make sure you do check it out and subscribe. Thank you for watching once again, and goodbye. Bye.